Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Checking out another replay from the 2019 FIA Nations Cup season. This would be a second split race, fighting for 2,000 points for the win. So coming into this event, we are racing in the Group 2 cars here at Fuji, starting out in the 5th position, behind some pretty fast drivers. So for this event, two strategies can play out, as the tire wear was set pretty high on the racing medium compounds. I believe the tire wear was about times 9, so it was rather significant. So for this race, going to try the alternative strategy. So rather than push the car, we're going to try and save as much fuel and tires as possible, and see what happens. So ahead of us right now is in 4th position is our Nezzo Racing teammate, Carm. On the pole position for Top Tier Gaming, TTG. Also in the battle, we had one of the TNTR drivers, Tested and True Racing, along with a former GT Academy driver, Darweezy. Noticing on board, the rev limiter is set pretty low, so we were using we're playing with the fuel map, setting it to power level 6 while in the slipstream, especially after the start-finish line heading towards turn 1. So just keeping an eye on the bottom left-hand side of the screen, looking at the fuel map and the tire wear. So although I started in 5th position already here on lap 5, I dropped back a few positions, trying to stick to my strategy. So there's no OP car in particular, although the car of choice would be the 2008 Nissan GTR, while some other drivers such as Carm and Seacrab gets punted. It appears that VLX Apple Pop, unfortunately, late break, tried to do some evasive maneuver by slowing the car down onto the rumble strips in the grass and losing all traction, and unfortunately taking out that other driver. So here, end of lap 5, the TTG driver coming into the pits. So we're going to go ahead and do the one stop. Darweezy and the TNTR driver are going to stay out, along with my humble self, Racing Swordsman. So the pit lane getting pretty busy as we see AMS, the AMS founder of Apex Motorsports, AMS Redline, coming in, along with a handful of other drivers. Right here, halfway through lap 6, Darweezy with the lead. We have moved up from 7th to the 4th position with a 1.5 gap back to one of the DNA drivers. the things that helped me in this race to maintain the tires was using traction control set to 2. As we see now the leaders coming into the pits, doing so 6 laps, pitting and then doing 5. One of the things that really helped to save fuel was to, as I mentioned earlier, using fuel map, setting that to 6 after the start-finish line, heading towards turn 1. And then immediately flicking it back to power level 1, and then using power level 3 throughout the remainder of the lap, trying to short shift as much as possible as we ride on board. So dropping down to 3rd gear and shifting immediately. And give my shout out, as I was at this time rocking the CNF Clean and Fair Racing livery, representing Z28 Gaming. So one of the first drivers who have pitted, the TTG driver, with just over 4 laps to go. Definitely closing in. On the right-hand side of the screen, you'll notice the lap timers. As I cross the stripe, running a 1:34.7. And in 1 lap, the TTG driver has already caught up by more than 2.5 seconds already. Darweezy putting in a flyer, a 1:29.4, so 5-second lap difference as the front left and right tires saw the most wear. Of course, as this track is predominantly a right-hand turn circuit. At this point, it's all about trying to be smooth. Hey, we qualified in the 5th position. You know, we had dropped back to 7th, and hopefully, if we're lucky, if there's a big enough gap, maybe we can finish on the podium. So we look through the field at the remainder of the top 10. It appears that there might be a big enough gap between 3rd and 4th that we might be able to make it. So riding on board with the TTG driver, trying to finish up lap 10. I know he's much faster than us at this point. I'm going to wait for the right opportunity to let him pass, and that way we don't scrub off too much speed. Give him the inside line, heading down the front straightaway as we head towards the white flag for 1 lap to go. This driver, of course, on power level 1. We're in the slipstream. At this point, we have less than 1 lap of fuel left, so of course we crank it into 6. Drop it to 1. And then move the power level back to level 3, noticing, of course, the 3rd place driver catching us very quickly. So at this point, it's about surviving. Let's not run out of fuel. Let's not spin. Let's keep our cool. 3rd place should be fine. That'll offer just shy of 1,800 points. So for 2nd split, pretty darn good. That's about 6th, 7th position in top split first slot. So some pretty good points on board. All right, riding on board, Darweezy, the former GT Academy finalists. And it's going to be the same situation. Going to give him space. In this case, he's going to take the outside, heading towards the final turn. And the winner for this race is going to be the TTG driver, scoring just under 2,000 points. Darweezy going to come home in second. And our humble self, our strategy paid off. Staying out actually worked. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate all of your feedback and support, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.